G'day, Steel Nation. How you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? Oh, what's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The
I've
first
only
ever
seen-
Foster I saw was in America. I've never
Well, I
seen one
thought that
again.
was like Australia for beers.
For what? Alrighty, Steel Nation. Good morning, Steel Nation. Is my local time of 7:16 a.m. and the schedule, not the schedule. Sorry, this is waking up. See, the 53-man roster has just been announced. I was just watching too. I was watching my mates from the Steel Curtain Network, and they were talking about it. But I knew I had to go live, and we're going to go live again today as well with Steelers Dynasty podcast in about 3 hours. Well, let's have a look at it. Now, I think everyone's talking about this. First of all, I want to go over the cuts, and I kind of wish I didn't see it straight away, but it is what it is. It's all fine. I want to go over the cuts first, and then the roster, because they all intertwine into one. Hang on a minute. What am I doing? There's no fucking hooly-dooly there. Hold up. That's better. President of Hooly Dooly University. Okay. Yeah, so here are the cuts, right? This is some surprising cuts as well. They released Trey Sermon, which I think he had a chance maybe to be 4. Steelers went with 3. Could be a practice squad guy. Johnson had a good preseason. So did Kishore Williams returning the ball. Robert Woods was always going to be cut. He had never featured in preseason. Dylan Cook was cut. Max Sharping cut. DT, Dominic Davis, never really saw him. DeMarvin Leal, he was playing outside linebacker edge. His time in Pittsburgh was almost up. Outside linebacker EQ Leota would be a good practice squad guy, I think. Same with maybe James Pierre. James Pierre, I thought was a surprise. But EQ Leota played well in preseason to be outside linebacker depth. Cornerback James Pierre, I thought they were going to make him play the gunner position, to be honest. I thought he was going to be the gunner. And then Chuck Clark was another surprise for me for safety. Beanie Bishop was another surprise for me for defensive back / cornerback, how well he played last year. Now, there could be a possibility. And if you're in the chat, this 53, do they have to put 2 players from the 53 on IR? So I don't know yet. Like, this could move. This could move all around. We don't know. We have no idea. Things could change very, very soon. So James Pierre, he was on the Washington Commanders team last year, got cut, then he joined us and he stayed for the whole year. So it could be a guy, he might go to the practice squad or he might come back on the 53. Remember, this is the initial 53, but it's still our team as we see it right now. Chuck Clark was a big surprise to me. I thought he did enough to be safety in rotation to keep 4. Yeah, Beanie Bishop was also cut. Sebastian Castro was the undrafted defensive back. So to me, and maybe still a nation out there, and there are 14 people in the house too. And if you do like the content, hit the sub, hit the like. Make sure, I'm having a lot of trouble, to be honest. I'm having a lot of trouble with my YouTube and people getting notified. So make sure, this is a YouTube thing, and I'm a YouTuber, but make sure you click the bell icon to get all notifications. Otherwise, it won't show anyone. It doesn't go anywhere. I'm having a lot of trouble with YouTube at the moment. I'm trying my best to get new audiences and build up the HDU University. But I just feel like YouTube's fucking with me, man. I really do. But yeah, so surprises for me would be Pierre, Clark, Bishop, those 3. So those are the cuts, right? And then want to go to the comments for a second. G'day, Corey Davis. What's going on? Good morning, Steel Nation from Melbourne. Yeah, that's right. It's 7:20. Not a bad. It's getting warmer in Australia now too. If you ever delete anything, good. Delete me. I don't care. Couldn't give two shits. I made that video. I made that video 2 years ago, and I thought let's load it up. You know, the idea was I was hoping to have that Taylor Swift video at the halftime of Super Bowl. No, sorry, after the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, I wanted Kelsey to propose, and then I would be the first video on the internet, and it would blow up. So, but you know what it's like, mate. You've been around forever. All right, g'day, Kevin Reed. What's going on? G'day, Gino. What's going on, Jed? What up, Michael? A lot of people in the house, and Blue Nose and George T. So we'll get back to it. So that was a little skit I made. With the Kelsey Swifties over there. But yeah, if you do want to subscribe, feel free, or like or whatever. But I feel like YouTube's not telling people that my stuff goes out. It's playing with my fucking head at the moment. Anyways, here's the 53-man roster. You got to zoom in though, because I copied it right from the internet, from the images. Oh boy. So the quarterbacks shocked me, first of all. They're keeping Will Howard. They're keeping it's Rodgers, Mason. They haven't done a QB depth chart just yet, but they're keeping 4 quarterbacks, which is Will Howard, Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, and Skylar Thompson. That tells me there must be some sort of a plan. To be honest, there has to be something. I don't think they've ever kept 4. I don't think they've ever kept 4 on the roster. So are they trading one? Is one of them going on IR? I don't know, but they kept 4. So the initial roster is quarterbacks, Will Howard, Rodgers, Rudolph, and Thompson. Now, running backs was, and I don't think there's any surprises there, right? Running backs was, hang on a minute, I've got to zoom in, is Kenneth Gainwell, Caleb Johnson, and Jalen Warren. So obviously then they're not doing, are they going by alphabetical order? They are. They are going by alphabetical order, right? Yes, they are. So Kenneth Gainwell, Johnson, and Warren, those are your 3 backs was definitely going to happen. I thought they could have kept 4, to be honest, but that wasn't part of their plan. Wide receivers only kept 5 because they have more tight ends. Austin, Metcalf, Scotty Miller, Ben Skroning will play teams, I think, on one side. Roman Wilson as well, number 10. I think that was one I got correct. Tight ends was Freiermuth, Jonnu Smith, Darnell Walsh. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, to be honest, man. Like, it's around the corner. What are we, like, 2 weeks away? We're 2 weeks away from Steelers football, like versus the Jets. I can't wait to watch Aaron Rodgers throw the ball to Darnell and find Jonnu Smith in space and find Freiermuth and you know, develop the connection with Metcalf. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So another year that Connor Haywood makes a team again. He will be tight end / fullback, halfback. Connor Haywood plays that role with teams too, because he'll be on the teams tackling everyone. He does play, I guess, a varied of positions. Connor Haywood, Connor Haywood plays halfback, fullback, tight end. He plays teams. He tackles. He does all that dirty football stuff. So there is a role for him. I think a lot of fans will be like, you know what, we don't need Connor Haywood this, and this. But he does play, I guess, a role where he'll get featured every now and then to catch the ball. He will, play, be a teamer on kickoff return, on punt returns, stuff like that. He does all the dirty work that you need a player like him to be a football player. So he's going to be the fullback / tight end and like halfback. Now, offensive line, the Steelers are keeping nine offensive linemen. Can I scroll? No, I can't see that. Hold up. Wait a minute. I got to zoom in on my Twitter. Calvin Anderson, Spencer Anderson, the 2 Anderson, they're not brothers though. Troy Fautano, I think Spencer Anderson as well. I believe he had like a soft tissue injury. Troy Fautano, Zach Frazier, center. Broderick Jones, he'll be starting left tackle. Ryan McCollum, Mason McCormick, and Andrews Pete, he plays like left tackle, left guard. He plays all over the shop. And Isaac Ciamalo. So no real surprises there. I think I got those. Is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got those 9 correct. I'm pretty sure I got those 9 correct. Did I? Let's find out. I think I did from yesterday. Did I get those 9? And it doesn't matter if I did or didn't, right? But I think I did. O-line, do I still have it? Yeah, I still got it. We still got it. I think that was right, because I was reading things with ESPN and all that kind of stuff, right? like projected starters and stuff like that. Yeah, it's going to be those 5 plus, boom, these 4. That's exactly right. McCollum plays backup center. Spencer Anderson, he played backup left guard. Is that right? One of them played that. Sorry, one of the Andersons had a soft injury to their leg or something. But I think, was it Spencer Anderson played left guard? Anyways, it's one of those blokes. So those are the 9. To me, the big overall surprise and the talking point for the next 2 weeks or next few days is, why did the Steelers keep 4 quarterbacks? Everything else looks exactly the same. That's the only one. Yeah, I don't know why they're keeping 4 quarterbacks on the roster. All right, let's go to the comments and I'll come back to the defense, man. Hooly dooly. Michael says they're glad they kept 4. G'day, TD. What's going on? Yes, I believe they have 2 IR designated spots to return. They could have used that wouldn't count towards a 53. Okay, interesting. I just don't know exactly how that works, to be honest. G'day, Darkstorm. What's going on? Yeah, he's a football player. That's right. Connor Hayward is a football player. And for everyone else out there too, by the way, if you wanted to know, I'm getting a haircut. Not before the next show, but after the next show. So the next time you see me in 3 shows, I'm gonna be getting a nice haircut for Europe. I'm getting he could be traded. That's a good point. Skylar could be traded as well. But I'm getting ready for Europe, man. I've been trying to, because I'm going I'm pretty much going to Europe. I'm doing Ireland, Germany. You know what? I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna just quickly halftime break. All right, mate. Halftime break. I'm gonna show you guys where I'm going in Europe. Do I have it? I think I got it. Ooh. Yeah, I've got it. So I made this on AI the other day. I've got all my things ready in the countries I'm going to. I'm going to be Germany, Austria, and Prague, or Czech Republic, right? Did that download? And then we'll do a halftime break, and then we'll get into the defense. Because there's also some surprises too on the defense, to be honest. Like, the fact that they cut Beanie Bishop and Chuck Clark, I was like, well, boy. And they kept some other players on the D lineman too and stuff like that, right? Anyways, here's the update of what I'm doing. So I'm going to Dublin for a week. I've got the game. I'll be sitting right here in 4 weeks' time. I'll be sitting here, Steelers versus Vikings, and we're going to crush them. We're going to win. We're going to be 4-0 by that time. And then I'm going from Dublin to Munich. As I'm going to Munich, here's my travel, dude. So I start in Munich, where number 1 says down the bottom. I go to Munich for 4 days for Oktoberfest. I go to Nuremberg for 2 days. Then I go to train all the way to Dresden. Dresden's meant to be quite nice, but at the same time, I'm doing Europe and Germany, for the history as well, World War II history, the dark side of history, and also exploring around the country land, right? So I go from Munich to Nuremberg, and you can probably tell I used to be a travel agent, but Nuremberg to Dresden for 2 nights, and then 4 nights in Prague, Czech Republic. Getting a train from Prague to Vienna, and I'm staying. These numbers to up the nights of the locations. Staying in Vienna for 4 nights. Then I'm going to number 6 is Mauthausen or Linz, which is a really fucked up place, to be honest. But it's a bit of dark history, is Mauthausen, if you know about that. Then I go to Salzburg, back to Munich. So that's my trip. That's my little trip. Okay, speaking of a trip, let's go to the comments. Yeah, it's so cool, man. It's so cool. I'm very keen. That's right. They did, yes. A lot of things have surprised me. I think if we go to the Carts, and I will go to the defense in a minute, right? I believe that the James Pierre, I thought they would keep him for teams. I thought that Chuck Clark and the other bloke there, being Beanie Bishop, that surprised me, to be honest. And a few guys who they kept on the roster in terms of D-line, which we're going to talk about right now. And that's a big surprise there too, right? Hot guy is keeping Kent and Connor, hopefully Beanie. Yeah, Kent hasn't played a down. He hasn't played a down. You can come if you want, Randy. You can come if you want to. Yeah, I'm so keen for the line. I'm so keen for the beers. It's going to be the Dublin trip to Ireland. Go to the Steelers at the same time. I've got 3 weeks off to travel around Europe and Germany. Do some good, happy things too, but also see a bit of dark history, because it's history and it's quite interesting, to be honest. And all I do now when I travel, I just grab a coffee, I get some food, I talk to the people, I have a bit of fun, I people watch, and then nighttime I have a beer and go to bed. That's all I really do. I just do the best I can. Alrighty, defense-wise. Defense was the surprising one for me. Let me check this out. So, yeah, defense was the surprising. Some things were surprising, but at the same time, I'm going to try and root for them as best I can. Righty, on the D-line, you got Keanu Benton in alphabetical order, Y.A. Black, Daniel Equale, I'm getting better at his name, Derek Harmon, might be out a week, Cameron Hayward, Logan Lee, Isaiah Loudermilk, and Ezizi Otomewo. He was the other guy on the roster. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensive linemen, maybe a lot of rotation. And you know what, too? I don't mind that Ezizi Otomewo made the team. I'm happy to see him in there, and the Steelers will play like 3-on, 3-off kind of thing, or maybe 2-on, 3-off or whatever. Rotation. There's rotation at that defense, and they're getting bigger and stronger on the D line. I think that's not too bad. But I guess the shockers would be, excuse me, the shocks would be probably Dan Equale and Ezizi, and we'll see how it pans out. But I think the D line is definitely better than last year. Once Derek Harmon's back to health, it's much better than last year it was. Linebackers, you had Carson Bruner. I thought he would make the team because he had such a big presence, on teams. If you go back and watch the preseason, which you probably won't, but if you did watch the preseason, you saw how physical and tough Carson Bruner's out there, man. He's just fucking people up. They run into the line from the back fence, from the kick or return, and he's ready to smash him. Like, he's ready to knock him out. So I'm happy he made the team. I think he was choosing a spot over, was it the other day, Mark Robinson? Was it the wrong one? That's the wrong one. The other day, Mark Robinson was cut, but I feel like that was his spot because he was meant to be the 5th linebacker, right? So the linebackers there, being number 5, do I have the other one up? I can't see it. It's very hard for me to zoom in. Carson Bruner, Malik Harrison. He'll play depth and probably teams. Nick Herbig plays on the outside. So they're putting them all together. Highsmith, of course. Cole Holcomb, he had to make the team. And welcome back, Cole Holcomb, because he looks outstanding out there, 55. Queen, of course. Jack Sawyer, TJ Watt, Peyton Wilson. So the biggest maybe surprises there for us will probably be Carson Bruner and Malik Harrison. And they were fighting roles, I think, for Mark Robinson, really, to be honest. They keep 4, 5 inside linebackers and 4 outside linebackers. Maybe one of your best linebacking cores in the NFL, because Peyton Wilson is going to have a big year. 110%. And I can't wait to see actual football and real football. That is TJ Watt and these guys, TJ Watt and Highsmith. I can't wait. I think our team is built around the D line and linebackers and the defensive backs, who we'll get to next. About running up and causing havoc and creating interceptions, right? Hooly dooly. G'day, Chloe Smith. What's going on? 100%. G'day, Phil. If you guys are new to the chat too, I do this pretty much every day, and we're going to go live again in about 3 hours' time. I try and go live and post videos as much as possible. I promise I won't post any more Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce Swiftie memes anymore. But make sure if you like the channel, check it out. It's just one Australian bloke like me talking football in my room. And then we get after it, man. I do a lot of live watch parties. So welcome, Phil, to the show. That's true. He can long snap. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. He can long snap. If Christian 46 does go out again, I know. Don't worry. I'm getting a haircut. It's getting done. Alrighty. It's definitely our defense might be a strong point, in which is great. Ooh. Randy, I'll come back to that. Let me come back to that. Okay. So the other guys on the roster was defensive back. If you guys can see that a little bit. This one kind of surprised me too. It was Brendan Eccles, Deshaun Elliott. He's playing safety. Dante Kent hasn't played one snap yet. He made the team, and it was an injury, but it could be a chance he does kickoff return, and maybe the Steelers believe in him being a 7th round pick. Miles Killebrew was always going to make the team. There was no way he was being cut. Anyone saying he was going to be cut doesn't know football, doesn't know Steelers, because he is a special team captain. Joey Porter Jr., Jalen Ramsey, and Darius Slay are your top 3 cornerbacks. I guess the surprising thing for me here is the fact the Steelers only keeping 3 safeties, with Juan Thornhill, Elliott, and Miles Killebrew. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 defensive backs, when I think last year they kept 10. So they look to be going more heavy on the D line. but that could mean the Steelers could be bringing back. They could be bringing back Beanie Bishop. Somehow, some way, it could happen. So those are your initial 53-man roster. In terms of teams, we found it the other day, and I'll tell you what, I'm very happy for Corliss Waitman, because sometimes we talk about, the other guy got cut, Cameron Johnson. Why would they cut him? Let's fucking talk about that. Corliss Waitman has a boomer of a leg. He can punt the ball 60-something yards. His left leg spin, it causes chaos for the return man to drop it, and they can't figure it out. And his hang time is like number 1 in the NFL in preseason, 4.7 seconds in the air. So, yes, we did have Cameron Johnston. That's great. Wish the guy luck. See you, mate. Good luck. However, I watched the game last night. It was Steelers versus Chargers, and he was booming the punt. So we have, as the teamers, Chris Boswell, Christian 46, and Corliss Waitman. Now, there was a suggestion. Wise Guys Outdoor left me a comment on the channel, and he said, why would we keep Chris Boswell? Should we maybe entertain the idea? This could be an option. Should we entertain the idea of trading Chris Boswell? Now, I wrote a nice comment. I don't think that it's a possibility. He was saying that they could keep Ben Souls. Is that his name? The other guy who was a kicker? Ben Souls. Keep him from Pitt because he's younger and build his resume and build his career. However, I haven't got a Ben Souls emoji. And look, Wise Guys, he does mean it's his opinion. That's fine. Wise Guys Outdoors, been on the channel a long time. I'm not saying your opinion's wrong. I'm just giving you my counter argument. And my counter argument is Chris Boswell is the Wizard of Boz. He's the greatest kicker in the NFL right now. He's number 1. And also, he's only 30 years of age. You sign him to a 3 or 4 year deal, and then you sign him again. You play. If Chris Boswell wants to play and he kicks well from 30 to 34, then 34 to 37, you keep him for the next 7 years. So Wise Guys had an interesting take on it, and you can go check that out on one of my videos. I'm not bagging out Wise Guys. I'm simply entertaining the idea of the comment and responding to the comment. And if you do want me to respond to the comments, I definitely will. Treat it like a bar vibe, like I said. But when I read the comment, I was like, I don't think they would do that. The Steelers wouldn't get rid of Chris Boswell because he's getting older. In fact, they're more than likely to give him an extension to make him the number 1, maybe NFL kicker paid. And at the same time, he's going to have a chance to what's the word? Yeah, be the all-time scorer, 100%. So the comment was interesting. You know what I'll do to finish this subject? I'm going to go to the actual comment so I don't get it up and I don't get the what do you call it? The person's here we go. So I'll get it on the straight and narrow. Wise Guy said in a comment 4 hours ago, I'm disappointed about Ben Souls. He is young, super strong, accurate kicker, great record kicking at Acrisure. Boz is great, but long in the tooth. He has maybe 3 years left. Stronger, younger, equally accurate leg, rookie contract. We could have traded Boswell and got a decent return. We probably could get another number 2 pick, but that's okay. Ben Souls is a generational kicker who will be looking for a long time for a long kicker like him. I said fair point, but I think Boswell has 4 to 8 years. Anyways, if you do want to leave comments in the comment section, I will respond to them. And that's your opinion, but I disagree with it. My counter argument is Chris Boswell's a Wizard of fucking Boz. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Steeler Nation. That's those are the guys there. And yeah, Chris Boswell is the kicker. Christian 46 is our long snapper. Corliss Waitman is the punter. Now, here is your chance. What do you think, before we get out of here soon, about 5 minutes? It's been a great show. What is the most surprising cut? The most surprising cut. Who was the person you're like, shit, they cut that guy? Who was the most surprising cut? G'day, Robert Rowe. What's going on? 30 years old is he's got, I think Chris Boswell has 7 years in him. I think he's got 7 years. I think we have 7 great years. I think we're so lucky to have Chris Boswell. He's the Wizard of Oz for a reason. Gene Smith says Trey Sermon or Nichols. Yeah. He couldn't. Obviously, Steelers are going with 3 running backs, but sometimes when you see guys in preseason like that, like Lou Nichols play that kind of football, you just want them to make the team. Maybe can make the practice squad. I don't know. But you want those guys to be successful in the league, right? You really, really do. Everyone's saying Beanie. Yeah, who's the most surprising cut? George T says Beanie. Chloe says Beanie. Should I wear my beanie? You know what I should do? I don't wear my beanie for Beanie because my hand's getting out of it. All right. There you go. Beanie for Beanie. Yeah, that sucks. Daredevil says Rock Taylor. Yeah, I thought he could have been maybe the sixth receiver, depending. Now, these things will change. Like, things will definitely change over time. But I tell you what. Okay. That was the biggest surprise cut. Who was the biggest surprise add? Because I'll tell you right now, it's the quarterback to me. That's very true. Yeah, I do believe in the other bloke there, Brandon Eccles. He plays really good football. Yeah, me too. Chuck Clark surprised me. I think he'll be back on the roster. He's a free agent. Hasn't gone on the waivers. Could be a possibility. Yeah. Mine though, if you're thinking about the most surprising ad, I don't think the Steelers have ever had 4 quarterbacks on the roster. I can't remember when the last time that happened. Maybe it was 2020 during the what do you call it? The COVID years. Receiver room was pretty much set. Wonder who they'll pick up next. Yeah, this is another part where they have the foundation of their team, the 53, and we're getting ready for the Jets. We're getting ready for the regular season. Like I said, I'm getting ready to go to Europe. I got my trains ready. I got everything moving. I'm fucking pumped up, man. I'm excited for this season. Trust on IR. Yeah, I think there was a few things like that, to be honest. Looking around the internet, there was something about they could move him to IR. I just read a tweet that Chris Oladokun got waived, apparently. I've got him on the roster. I think maybe another surprising add to me was Dante Kent. Dante Kent, 7th rounder. I've never even seen him. I'd never even seen him at all. And nothing against him, but I fucking never saw him play. Dante Kent out of Central Michigan, round 7, cornerback. We've not seen him play once on the field, and he made the team. I guess so. The whole team made it, didn't they? Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. This way, that way. The whole team made it. Derek Harmon, Johnson Sawyer, Y.A. Black, Will Howard, Carson Bruno, and Dante Kent. When's the last time the Steelers had the whole rookie team made it, though? But you can definitely see the direction. The direction of the Steelers going in that, like, build the trenches up in the offensive line, get bigger on the defensive line. Like guys like that Daniel Corley, he's a big unit, man. And the Steelers have updated their depth chart. So even going to the depth chart, Broderick Jones will be left tackle, of course. Calvin Austin is behind him, and the 2 Andersons are behind him. Andres Pete is listed at right tackle. Tight end is still Pat Fryermuth and Johnny Smith at number 1. Darnell's next and Connor Haywood. Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, and Caleb Johnson as a running back. That's expected. The quarterbacks are Aaron, Mason, Will, and Skylar, as expected. Wide receiver is DK Metcalf is 1. Calvin Austin is number 2. And no, actually, first is Calvin Austin, Metcalf, Scotty Miller, then Roman Wilson, Ben Skowronek. So we'll see how it plays out. On defense, yeah, Azizi Otomewo is 3rd, and Y.A. Black is 3rd. Daniel Corley is 2nd. Any other surprising things? Do they have punt return is Calvin Austin and Scotty Miller, and kick return is Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren. That's one thing I find, to be honest, really fucking interesting, is they're using 2 running backs to return the football. To me, it's a lot of workload. It's a lot. Yeah, kickoff return is Kenneth Gainwell and Jalen Warren. So not only do you put them out there, the kickoff return, you're going to play them in the offense. It's a lot of workload. Don't know how that pans out. Why not put back Dante Kent? What's his role? He's not even on the. It says he's not even a punt returner, but he did do punt returning in college. Maybe they believe in him at nickelback, right? But of course, this is only a depth chart. There are things that move around all over the shop. It's not just like one thing. Corey Trice Jr., I think he's on the roster, but he wasn't on. Hang on a minute. Corey Trice Jr. was on the roster, but he's not on the picture. He's not there, is he? Or he must be on. Yeah, Corey Trice Jr. is there on the roster, on the depth chart, but he must be on IR. So, but he's always been injured. I guess that he must be one of the ones on IR to come back as best it is. Anyways, we'll get out of here. Thanks everyone. That's a it could happen on IR to okay. Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So come back in about 3 hours time. I'm going to go get some breakfast, get a coffee and some breakfast from Hungry Jack's, or you guys call it Burger King. And then we'll talk football with Steelers Dynasty podcast. That was a really good show. But I'm excited. I'm just keen. I'm keen to see these guys play actual football, get to learn their names. You know what I mean? Like get to find out their stories. Like Carson Bruno will be fun to watch this year. Cole Holcomb going to be fun to watch. Corey Trice coming back from his injury. I think that we need to see him play. But yeah, surprising ones are like Dante Canton. I don't know these guys from a bar of soap. I just fucking know them as in the team, right? But I'm just ready to smash the Jets. Okay, here's my bold. I was going to say it the other day. My bold prediction coming up in the G'day Steelers Nation show this Sunday when I record it, or Monday. I think the Steelers, to be honest, I reckon they can keep them 0. I reckon the Steelers can win this game versus the Jets 27-0, 24-0, 23-0, 21-0. I don't think that the Jets will score fucking 1 point. If the defense is as advertised on paper, and if they're playing with physicality and they are ready to go, I don't think Justin Fields in the offense. Now they've got a good offensive line. They got that bloke there, the running back, Hall. Is it Breece Hall? He's a good running back. But I'm going to go with the mentality that they're not going to score a point, right? They're not going to score 1 point. I've got some stats to back that up, or some, not stats, but like some history to back it up. I think that would be just one of the best ways to open the campaign is defeating them 17-0, 19-0, fuck, I don't know, 24, 26-0. Don't let them score 1 point. If the defense with the outside linebackers, the guys who are very physical up front, and the cornerbacks, if they're good as advertised on paper, then it should be a goer. It should be a chance to lay the smack down and say, fuck you, NFL. We are the best defense in the league. Not 1 point. That's going to be my bold prediction. All right, let's get out of here. Great show, everyone. Thank you for coming in to see Steelers Nation Australia. It is my 10 to 8 a.m. Almost 20-something people in the house. 20, and that would be good too. That would be good too. But the last time the Steelers had a shutout, I think, when was it? I researched it the other day. Google, I'm giving away all my stuff for next week. It was in 2010. Let me look at my notes from yesterday. So the last time the Steelers had a shutout, right, was no, I can't find it. I cannot find it. That's all right. I'll check my notes. I'll leave you guys with that. It was a few years ago. It was like 2010 versus someone. They won 20-something to 0. Hang on, let me Google it. Last, because now it's going to kill me. Time the Steelers held a team to 0. It's like 2010 something. Oh, 2011. The last time the Pittsburgh Steelers held a team to 0 points was December 24, 2011, 27-0 versus the St. Louis Rams. There you go. And I reckon they can do it for the Jets game. All right. Thanks, George T. Thanks, Chloe. Thanks, Randy. Thanks, everyone. Jedival in the chat and all the new guys and girls in the chat too. Let's get ready for football, man. I think they will. Dead set. I think they will. All right. Where are we? I'll see you guys in like 3 hours' time with the podcast with Steelers Dynasty podcast. All right. See you later. Hooroo, 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 hooroo. Did I do it yet? Oh, no, I didn't do it. Wrong one. I was almost gone. I'll see you guys later. Hooroo. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.